Some cars are designed in a boardroom. They're focus grouped, sanitized, and built by a committee. But the legends, the cars we actually dream about, they're different. The BMW M3 wasn't born in a boardroom. It was born out of frustration and a little bit of German rage. It was a pure accident. Get this, back in the mid-'80s, BMW was getting its teeth kicked in on the European racetracks. To even be allowed to compete, the rulebook said they had to build and sell 5,000 street-legal versions of their race car. It was basically homework. So they cooked up this little monster, the E30 M3. And let me tell you, this thing was not designed for your morning commute. It had these insane, boxy fender flares that looked tacked on, because they basically were. The engine was a buzzy, high-strung four-cylinder that only made sense when you were revving the life out of it. It was a raw, unfiltered, street-legal race car. BMW just wanted to get their 5,000 units out the door so they could go racing. But then, the craziest thing happened. People actually bought it, and they absolutely loved it. They loved the chaos. They loved that it felt like a race car. Without even trying, BMW had created the perfect driver's car. So, when the next generation came along, the E36, the suits in Munich finally got the memo. The M3 wasn't a chore anymore. It was a superstar. They smoothed out those crazy fenders, made it a little more livable, and slid a brand new engine under the hood that would change the game forever. A silky smooth, straight six. That engine became the heart and soul of the M3. This was the moment the M3 went from a happy accident to a deliberate masterpiece. And the E46 that came after? Man, that thing perfected the recipe. It was the poster car on a million bedroom walls for a reason. It was beautiful, it sounded incredible, and it was the absolute sweet spot between a hardcore sports car and a daily driver. But you can't be the king forever by standing still. To stay on top, the M3 had to tear up its own rulebook. They dropped a high-revving V8 in the E92, giving it some pure American-style muscle with a German accent. It was a beast. Then the world went turbo, and the M3 had to follow. They went back to the straight six, but now it had two turbos strapped to it. The purists cried foul, but you couldn't argue with the performance. The car became a high-tech missile, a monster of torque and technology. And that's the story of the M3. It started as a loophole in a rulebook, a scrappy, unapologetic race car that nobody really asked for. And over 30 years, it grew up. It became the benchmark, the one car that every single other company, from Mercedes to Cadillac to Lexus, tries to beat. It's the king of the sports sedans, and it's a constant battle between its raw racing DNA and the high-tech world we live in now. It's a true legend. So, I gotta ask, what's your favorite M3 generation? The original boxy hero? The straight six screamer? The V8 monster? Drop a comment below. And if you want more stories on Europe's baddest cars, you know what to do. Subscribe to European Motive. Peace.